This is El Salvador, the most dangerous country in the world. Well, it used to be. This small nation has a dark and tumultuous history that includes civil war and out-of-control gang violence, which for decades has stopped international travelers from visiting. These days, though, it is one of the safest countries in Central America. And yet still, it isn't really on people's radars, which means it's unspoiled by mass tourism, and that makes it exactly the kind of place we love to visit. So these next few days, we'll be exploring some of the most beautiful places in the country as we travel along the scenic coast and meet the locals who live here. Starting off with over there in the back is something pretty special. Wow, guys, look at this. So these are natural saltwater pools. As the tide rises and the waves come up higher, they lap over into the pool and they fill it up with salt water. How cool is this? Right next to the ocean and the beach. Step here. There's a crab, there's a crab. Look at him. There's also a bunch of marine animals in here. There's fish in here, there's oysters.
There's a shark, a shark.
Scared me half to death. And
You know about the best thing is about this all? It's completely free during the week. It's part of a resort. It's out there.
okay, that was a big one.
And you get a free shower as well. Alright, it's time for a nice brekkie here on the beach. Just watching the waves crash on the shore here. Some people fishing, some people surfing. This is typical breakfast. Always gotta have beans here. Eggs, bit of crema, and then fried bananas. It's really good. Beans taste a little bit smoky or something. I don't know what they did with those, but
Hola, buenas. ¿Cuánto es? Por una. Sí. Ice schools, coconut from a baggie. Look at that. Because it is 33 degrees right now, which is close to 100 Fahrenheit. It's winter. This is way too hot. And then we just... Oh!
oh, it's so good.
I'm gonna drive a little bit up the coast for something special, and if we're lucky, adorable.
Went off the highway here. It's really bumpy over here. Where are we? This is turning out to be quite the adventure. Hey buddy, you know where the marine center is? That way? Okay.
Hola, buenas.
¿Solo ustedes dos serían?
Sí, sí, sí.
Vaya, ya, yo pensé que eran más personas que
Ah,
venían.
no, no.
Ah, vaya.
This is a turtle center. The turtles come here on this beach when they're like 15 to 30 years old. They lay a bunch of eggs, and at this center they hatch them in like this little field that is filled with little bundles of baby turtle eggs. They wait for them to hatch. It's about 6 to 10 weeks, and when they hatch,
Alright, you can take them out, hold them for 5 seconds for a reason I don't really understand. Look at them, they're going! They're already leaving the nest. They grew up so quickly.
good luck, little ones. You've got this. They do this in the evening because it's better in the cover of darkness for them to go into the water and escape.
Some seem to be smarter than others. This one's crawling back to me.
That's the starting line, not the finish line. This one is really going for it. Look at him. I have to hold you. I can't help it. Just one moment, one moment.
You know what the really cool thing is? In 15 to 20 years they will come back to this exact beach and come and lay their eggs right here.
I love this. This is the best sunset ever. We paid like $50, but it also supports the people, volunteers working in the center, and means they get to continue doing this work and putting more turtles out in the world.
We didn't pay any tourist organization or anything. It's just a donation we give directly
To the locals.
to the turtle center here. Good morning, guys. Yesterday night we ended up parking in the parking lot of this hostel here, the Hammer Plantation. And I think this is now my new favorite hostel.
I want to take a moment to thank Babbel for sponsoring today's video. Babbel is one of the best language learning apps in the world. The reason I started using them is because they teach you a new language, in my case Spanish, through real-world conversations. Now, over the last few months of traveling Latin America, I've learned a ton of new words and have a lot of vocabulary, but I've realized that conversationally I'm not exactly smooth because I don't know how to properly use the verbs and string the words that I know together into a real sentence. So I downloaded Babbel. The way it works is you select the language you want to learn, and then there are a bunch of lessons to choose from on different topics, from travel to business to relationships. In every lesson you learn a bunch of helpful phrases, and then you practice real-world dialogue that you can actually use in a real conversation.
¿Qué vas a hacer mañana?
¿Qué vas a hacer mañana? The most important thing to me is that the lessons are very bite-sized because I don't have an hour a day to dedicate to learning a new language, but with Babbel I don't have to. In as little as 10 to 15 minutes a day just practicing in the app, I can make real progress and work towards becoming more fluent in Spanish. Because let's face it, people, I spend plenty of time scrolling on my phone every evening, and now I can just take a small little chunk out of that time and use it to practice my Spanish, and it really makes me feel like I achieved something that I can be proud of. So if you're interested, please click the link in the description box below to get 60% off during Babbel's Black Friday sale. And let us know, guys, in the comments which language you would love to learn and why. Back to the video.
A lot of pain in my heart and in my soul. I have left my hammock behind. Alright, we just took off, but there's something wrong with the van. Like the steering wheel is like really heavy now, and there's suddenly a fault code with charging system service now. They don't have any power steering anymore, so that's really heavy. I think I found the issue. So there's a belt that is attached to the engine that drives the alternator as well. The belt's not there anymore. So probably snapped or failed or something. I need to get the belt replaced.
The turning is going extremely slowly.
I really have to use all my force to turn the fucking.
Apparently, there is a mechanic living right across the street from the hostel. So the mechanics brought a belt, but it was not the right belt. It doesn't fit, so now I am going to try to look for the belt so that we can find the part number. Well, I'll be damned. It has the Ford logo, so this is definitely our belt.
Alright, it's now the next day. Mechanics have returned. They could not find the correct part that we need, the exact specifications, but they found one that is just 2 millimeters difference, which is not a lot for a thing that size. Fingers crossed they can make it work. Alright, they've installed a new belt. Let's see if we can start the engine and see what happens. Vehicle is on. No more error code.
Power steering's back.
Power steering's back.
¿Mejor? Oh, sí, qué bueno.
Sobre todo gracias a que encontraron esto.
¿Ah, sí? Ah, qué bueno.
Porque si no, no lo hubiéramos encontrado. No hay 1653 más 45 por todo.
Guys, they fixed it like super fast, which I'm so happy about.
It was only $45, including the parts. But we gave the guy some extra because he was so nice coming out there, running and calling around for all the parts.
We spent the rest of the day driving north up the coast to head to a remote little town where we were hoping to experience something truly special.
Good morning, guys. It's currently 6 a.m. and I'm smiling. I think that can only mean one thing. A few days ago I was searching the internet and I came across Helios here, who's in the back with his white t-shirt there. He had a really good deal to go offshore deep sea fishing.
Apparently, out here in the deep waters of the Pacific Ocean around El Salvador, you can catch what is called mahi-mahi. These are just really cool, impressive looking fish with golden and sometimes green, blue colors.
Alright, we need to get across the waves, and they're quite big today, so it's gonna get bumpy.
Whoa! Oh my god! That wave was so big, it just threw us sideways. At least now you know the boat is stable. Second attempt. It was a bit counterintuitive leaving the coast in this small boat that did not seem to have a GPS to head dozens of miles away from the land.
We made it to our fishing grounds. These are the lures we're gonna use to fish with for the mahi-mahi. Our boat guy and guides use everything all in one. Makes these himself.
¿Cuántos kilómetros estamos de...?
Unos 50.
50, es mucho. Now we're going to do some trolling, which means he's going to drive the boat and we're just gonna leave our lures in there and see if anything bites. A little bit of speed.
Alright, got a fish on.
Bonito.
Oh, nice.
Oh, ¿qué fue?
Oh!
Lost it. Got a fish on, it's a mahi-mahi. Time to jump out of the water. Let's try to get this baby in the boat, yeah.
Whoa! My god, mate!
First fish, well, second fish, first one we lost. Grande.
Oh, los colores, increíble.
Cambia de colores.
Sí.
¿Así?
Sí. Cuando se va muriendo se va poniendo de otro color. Luego vuelve de regreso.
I'm having a lucky day here today.
Look at that smile.
Esta es hembra.
Ah, hombre, okay.
De la
Oro, wow. Dots in the color.
Another dorado in the boat.
For the collection, bam.
Bonito. Good size bonito. Another fish in the tank. Falling just two curls here. I think they're
I think they're doing,
the nasty
yeah, they're on top of each other.
pornográfico. Oh, it's getting close. There we have it.
Look at this fish that I caught. Unbelievable how much fish there is here in these waters off the Pacific coast of El Salvador. Who knew?
It's a big boy.
el vela, el vela, un vela, un vela, un vela. Tiene suerte para los velas.
Sí. Oh, Kim, you're so strong.
Acá viene.
Oh my god.
You see it?
Allá va.
Unbelievably strong. It's unbelievable how strong. Look at
Lleva
the
muy tocado el freno, ¿no? ¿Qué fue? Sí.
Lost it?
Claro, que ahí va el freno.
Ah.
Oh, that's like the coolest fish you can catch in the entire ocean. I had one.
This is a little fillet that we get to keep. We have 16 of those. It's crazy. We're gonna donate some to the people here. Alright, we're in El Tunco now. See if we can find a nice spot for tonight as well. It's a bit tight, but we can fit. No, you're not fat, Vinny. It's okay. You're just big bones. We could have parked up at a really nice hotel down the street which is going to charge us $25 a night, or we can have this little bit crappy parking lot for just $6 a night, which leaves us $19 extra drinking and eating. Love this little surf town on the coast here. This is probably the most popular town for tourists to come in all of El Salvador. And if you walk around here, you can see why. It's got this vibe to it.
Chill vibe. It's a little bit of a hippie vibe, just the weirdest bit. And El Tunco is basically just a one street town. It's kind of like the strip of El Tunco. It's where all the...
Take me, oh dear beer guide.
And at the end of the street,
Cheers! What a beautiful, beautiful temple here.